Hey guys, it's Tammy back with Purrincess Kitten Rescue. Okay, so we have something a little bit different today. I am actually going to do a review on a new holster that the Prince purchased that I'm going to try to steal from him if I can, and if not, then I'll just make him order me one. This is a new in the waistband appendix holster. This is, the manufacturer is called Concealment. The model of it is an IBW, which means in the waistband. The designer is the keeper, and the model that we have this for is for our Beretta PX4. It's compact. It's an Ernest Langdon compact carry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down here for just a second, because I did a piece at the gun club yesterday with it in use, but I wanted to actually show the holster and everything up close. The reason that I'm doing this is because I'm kind of one of those people that I'm somewhat experienced, and when I say somewhat, like, I've had a lot of training and I've done a lot of that stuff. I don't carry on a daily basis, and the reason I don't, like, not on my person, my phone's ringing. Hang on just one second. Okay, take two. All right, so rewind that up a little bit. I do actually carry pretty much every day, but it's in my bag, which I'm not a real big fan of, but I've never been able to find anything to where I could carry on my person comfortably. And I think girls have a bit more of a problem with that than guys, and there's several different reasons. Depending on what it is that we wear. Me personally, I usually don't wear pants that have belt loops, which means I don't wear belts. I don't like belts. I don't wear belts. I'm not going to wear a belt. I mean, you know, I have holsters that, you know, attach to belts just like everything else, and I never use them because they're uncomfortable. I don't like them, and I don't do it. And I've struggled for years and years and years trying to find some kind of a system where I could physically carry it on my person, which is where I would prefer to have it. I'm slow enough as it is. I, you know, don't want to have to try to fumble through a bag and get my weapon out. I would much rather grab it off my person and go. Well, the Prince ordered this without me knowing, which he does all the time. He orders everything without me knowing. But it came in, and I was just really super interested in it. I have never seen anything like this. Now take that with a grain of salt, because again, I'm not a gun nut. When I say a gun nut, I mean that everything about guns just amazes me, and I want to know everything, and, you know, and I can rattle off specs, and I don't. My gun is a weapon. It's something that I use. You know, it's a pistol, it's a rifle. That's about as far as it goes. This is a Beretta. You know, and it's a 9mm. I really couldn't tell you anything other than that. I had to get the Prince to write it down for me on exactly what model it is, because to me it doesn't matter. I'm one of those people, and I think there's probably a lot of people out there like me that use their weapons. I take it seriously. It's not a toy, but I don't get into all the back specs and all of those things. I either like the way it shoots or I don't. You know, it's very meat and potatoes kind of thing. So when this showed up, I was very interested in it. And then I tried it on when we were in the house. It came in Saturday. So I decided we need to go to the gun club and do a range day. And I fell in love with this. So let me show you what it is that we have. I'm going to move the camera down. Whoa. And hopefully you can see this. Okay, so basically this is the new holster that he got. And of course you can see he puts his name on everything. So it sits like this. This is the back of it. It comes with this Velcro on it. This holster actually comes with different size wedges. I guess apparently for some guys, if they're a little bigger, it might push the gun out this way, so they put the wedge in so that it keeps it more straight. But this is what goes to the inside, what would touch your skin or touch your shirt. This is what hooks on to your belt loop, your pants. It just opens up like that. It's pretty simple, right? And then it is for my Beretta model. Now I'm going to unload this weapon because it is hot right now. Okay, you can see it's unloaded now, so we're completely safe. So this is my Christmas present that I got from Santa Claus. This is my Beretta PX4 compact. It's an Ernest Langdon compact carry. Yes, I am reading that off a piece of paper because I will never remember that. If you ask me what gun this is, I will basically tell you that this is my Beretta and it's a tan pistol and 9mm, and that's all you're going to get from me. But this is my weapon. I really liked this. We took it out to the range yesterday. We have another video on that, on me learning to shoot this one. This is my first double action that I've ever had. So that was a little bit different for me. I'm already in love with this gun. I absolutely love it. It's a little heavier than my Glock is, but I don't actually mind the weight. But this basically goes in here, and then it fits in. Well, here's the issue with girls is, you know, again, we wear stretchy pants, or we wear leggings, or we wear skirts, or we wear things of that nature that make it really hard to use a belt. This gun is a little heavy, but I've worn it with my scrubs today, and this worked just fine. I can't actually feel this on my body. Like, I was really super amazed. Once I got it in my pants, which wasn't all that hard, I was able to do it one-handed yesterday at the gun club. But once I had it in there, I mean, I'm going down in full squats. I can sit completely straight up erect. We can do all of these things. Let me see if I can get this in. There we go. It's not that hard. All right, so it's in. You can now see it. There, now, I don't think it prints all that much, personally, but now I'm sitting down, very straight up, and it is completely comfortable. I don't really feel anything. I can get it out very easily and take it off very easily. There you go. Took me less than 2 seconds. I'm getting ready to pick up brass because the Prince was running a bunch of 45 through his 1911 that supposedly had problems that we're not seeing any problems. The reason I'm filming this part is this will be part of the review for the holster that the Prince bought, by the way, which is right here. This is an inside the band. You can see it's very comfortable. It's very small. Let me bring this out for you guys to see this. Maybe. There we go. This is the tiniest thing I've ever seen. I've not ever seen one like long and thin like this. They're usually like super flat, right? So it goes in this way, hooks to the belt, and this is for all you people that don't know any better, okay? Of how this goes. I'm just a normal girl wearing normal pants. I don't generally wear a belt. These pants are kind of stretchy, but the waistband really isn't all that much, so I'm able to just kind of slide it in there, hold my gun in one hand. Usually this takes 2 hands to do. Pull this lever up, push it all the way down, and bring it forward. Now it's in. I also have 2 magazines in my back pocket because I'm not carrying, you know, anything to hold this stuff, which is normally basically what I do. So, all right, so it's in there. I'm gonna pick up brass just to kind of show you guys how easy this thing is. I actually can't feel it really on my body at all, which is a good thing for me. If I want to be able to carry my pistol on my person, I need to be really comfortable. I'm kind of a pansy when it comes to stuff like that. So this one I can't actually feel. So I'm just going to show you. Normally I can't do this, you know, with a holster on it. A little on the difficult side. But I'm going to go find all of this brass. 24 I got to go pick up. You guys can see I'm squatting all the way down. 5, 6. This is about as comfortable, I'm not kidding you, as it gets. Like, I don't even know that you guys can even tell I have this on. 7. We spend more time looking for brass than we do shooting. Just saying. But we don't leave any brass behind. 9, 10,
Okay, you guys get the point. I'm not going to make you watch me cup the whole 24, but you get the point of this. It's super comfortable, which is a really, again, very big deal. And it's still in the same place, FYI. All right, so we'll cut it there and we'll come back for the rest of the review. Let me bring this back up. And we'll kind of talk to each other for a second. This isn't cheap. That I can tell you. It is Kydex, and though Kydex is normally not all that expensive, this guy is real attached to his model. that basically makes it. And I'll just be honest with you, rightly so. This is a really good piece of equipment. I think these are running, I think the Prince paid about $160 for this. I'm going to say it's absolutely, totally worth it. This one little piece of equipment right here is probably what's going to make the difference in me actually carrying my weapon on my person every day. I could wear these attached to shorts. Not kidding. Like, this is amazing. Like, really amazing for someone that, I'm going to say, doesn't know any better, if that's a good way to put it, because I don't. You know, I can't look at something and tell whether or not I'm going to like that. I'm not that experienced when it comes to wearing on my person or what weapon fits in what holster. Again, I know how to shoot my weapon. I'm decent as far as that goes, and I know how to operate it safely. But when it comes to all the other things, especially for girls, like this stuff, you can get lost really quickly. I had been trying to figure out whether I wanted to appendix carry. So, I mean, I've always carried an outside holster when I did carry on my person, and they're uncomfortable. I just don't like them. And I usually would carry pretty much right at the side of my hip because I'm a big girl and I gotta get out of the way of these things, basically. And I never really liked it. I've tried some paddle holsters and they just sucked. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't like them. Didn't like the way it felt, didn't like the way the gun sat in there. This is a double action, so, you know, it's totally safe to have this thing in there. There's absolutely no way that trigger is going to get depressed in any way, shape, or form. And you can't get your finger down in there once it is in the holster, so it's completely and totally safe. I mean, it's a game changer. This is going to make me carry every day. So unless the Prince decides that he hates this, which he's not gonna, he's going to have to purchase another one. Because I really like it, and I really like my new weapon. This is super good. Now, I'm going to end up having to put a red dot on it. This has big dot sights on it, and while I could see them for a little while yesterday, my eyes are just really funny, and I can't really see a target or see the, I can see one or the other. I can't actually see through, so I kind of need a red dot for that. Just, I don't know what's wrong with my eyes. They just don't work that way. But I was actually pretty good with this yesterday. I'd never shot it before. And I'm not one of those people that can just pick up any gun and go, yeah, I'm accurate with it. And again, I'm not that experienced. But I was actually pretty good with this one. I was way better with this, having no training on this gun, than I have been with my Glock the entire time that I've had it. And I've had that Glock, I don't know, 20 years now. It was the very first weapon I bought myself. So if you're interested in this, look these up. They're not terribly expensive. They're heavy. They're full metal. It shoots straight. It shoots true. There's not a lot of kickback with it. I liked it a lot. It has a very thin grip, which helps for me because I have really short fingers and it's hard for me to get around everything. Now the Prince is going to do a trigger in a bag job. Basically, it's a new trigger in a bag where it will lessen the double action just a little bit and then make my single action even smaller. So that makes it a little bit easier for me. The double action is a little hard for me to pull. It's just really long and I'm just not used to it. I could get used to it, I'm sure, but he'll do a trigger job on it and just make it a whole lot easier for me regardless. So if you guys are in the market, definitely look these guys up. I'll try to find their links and put them below so that you guys have them. But again, this is by Keeper's Concealment. It is an in the waistband and it is called the Ernest Langdon Compact Carry. Look these up. I don't think you guys will be sorry, you know, in the least. Or if you're sitting on the fence and you're not real sure, you know, this would be absolutely the way to go for sure. Okay, so that's going to end my review for today. Leave any comments down below. I'm sure I probably screwed up something again.
I'm just not one of those people that does the statistics of these kind of things, or, you know, any of that kind of stuff. So I'm sure if I've made any kind of mistakes in this, leave your comments below. Just be nice. Thanks. All right, you guys know the rules. Till I see you next time, stay safe, stay clean, and have a perfect day. Bye.